Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. I'm dealing with the topic that speaks about what wise men or what wise people do in life. What wise people do in life, one of those is that they are willing to take calculated risks. That's the wise people. The wise people understand that you are not going to succeed as long as you fold your arms and think that things will happen on their own. Listen to this, young man. There's nothing that will happen in your life without you. There's nothing that will happen in your life while you're sitting back in the corner and folding your arms. And this is very important because this young person that has sung this song of Uzoyithola kanjani uhleli koneng, it means that sometimes we sit back, we isolate ourselves in situations and expect the things to fall into place on their own. Life is not like that. What wise people do is they would know that there's an element of risk in life if you are going to be successful. There will be an element of risk in your life if you are going to see your life moving somewhere. Now, if you're going to sit back and think that things will do, because sometimes we sit back and expect the people to do things for us. Young men, you better rise up on your own and do things on your own. But it is going to be a risk. Yes, it's going to be a risk. But those risks that are going to rise up out of this situation, you need to take what we call calculated risk. Because there's nothing that will happen without calculated risk. And wise people do that. Remember that if you are to open a business as a young man, you're going to understand that it is a risk to open a business because you're going to need to invest money into something that you're not sure, totally sure, or really very sure that it will be successful. But you must have an element of faith and belief. When you have got an element of faith and belief, you are able to take what we call calculated risk. Because calculated risk would be, I'm investing in this business, and I'm hopeful that this business will succeed. I've got faith that this business will move and succeed and it will produce the goods. But I'm going to invest very calculatively. In other words, I'm going to be very careful. I'm not going to throw all my millions into this business without being sure that it will work. In the main, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in some little money and start this business and watch it and see how it goes. And as it increases, I'm throwing money in to invest in it so that it grows. But I'm not going to throw all my money at one go. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. So that's what we call calculated risk. You are risking, but calculatively. So please make sure that as a wise person, you're always very calculative in the risks that you take, because there are people that are naive in this life, that they think that things will happen and they will get the required outcomes at all times in things that they do. They don't remember that life is about risking. And as you put in risks into the life that you live, remember that it must be calculated at all times. Wise people take calculated risks. Now, if you're opening a business, as I'm saying, young man, you're not going to really go full force in throwing everything into it. You're going to watch it. And that is why, if you are still working, I'm advising you this, that if you are still having an employment, start the business while you're still employed so that you can be able to support it with the finances of your salary, so that it grows gradually to an extent where the business can support itself. And you will be watching, because that's a calculated risk. You'll be watching and see the progress. And as you see the progress, it is going to come to a point where the same business can be able to support you. And to that level that the business can support you, that is the only point that you can even think of resigning from your current employ. Because if you just resign and don't calculate the risk, you're going to run into problems whereby you've resigned from work, you've taken all your monies, you've invested in this business, then the business is not working, then what? And this is very important, that as a young man, then you become very, very careful. And my advice is, calculated risks are actually not easy to take, but you need wisdom actually to do calculated risks. As we are saying, this is what wise people do. They do take risks, yes, but they do take what we call calculated risks. And that helps them actually to make sure that they progress in their lives. The other thing that wise people do is they celebrate other people's successes and they don't resent against other people's success. They celebrate when other people succeed because they know that they know that so meaning that if somebody is busy succeeding, it doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot succeed. So I want you to remember this as a young man, that you must always be able to clap for those that are successful now, for your success is coming. Your clap shall come later as well. So, but when you are jealous, you are actually planting a poisonous seed to your own self. And I always say this, that a hatred or a seed of poison of hating people or not celebrating with people is a poison unto self, because you are trying to actually jealous other people and wish them not to succeed, wish them not to be successful in their lives, and that is a poison to yourself. Because life is about planting and reaping, and I've said this several times. It's about planting a seed. It's about harvesting, and this is very important. And everything that we do, remember, it's like planting a seed of it, and we are expecting a harvest from it. And if we are planting a seed of poison, we are going to reap a seed of poison. If we are planting a seed of beauty and fruitfulness, you're going to reap likewise. And therefore, it's very important that you become careful of what you plant. You become careful of what you sow, because you shall reap what you sow. Now, if you are not appreciating other people's successes, remember, you are actually limiting your own success, because when you are appreciating other people's successes, as I've said before, that this life is about people. It's about the support from other people. When you support others while they succeed now, they're going to support you to succeed as well. And that is why you cannot say you don't need people in your life. So as a young man, please remember that you need the people in your life. And when others succeed today, celebrate them. And don't be resentful about it. Don't be jealous of their success, but make sure that you applaud them, you appreciate them, you celebrate them as well, because your turn shall come and you shall be celebrated as well at the right time. But remember, if you don't, you're basically suffocating your own success, because nobody will celebrate you when you succeed. Or, of course, you are actually even strangulating the same success that's supposed to come your way. So please remember that and celebrate other people's successes. That's what wise people do. And wise people know that their turn as well shall come. I want to end up here today, your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. And this is a wrap, of course, of this great topic. But I hope that you will learn out of it, and you will also continue listening to us. The next coming sessions that we're going to put up, and God will bless you as you do that. Allow me to say right now, as we check out, that there's a Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum. Like that Facebook page. The Facebook page, Micornus Phokane, like that Facebook page. Remember our YouTube channel as well. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click notification buttons all around. Make sure that every single material that we post in these platforms, they notify you, and you learn out of those, and you shall become a better young man. That's what wise people do. May the good Lord bless you. Your host, Micornus Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.